Bienvenida Wahida Jaiet, directora general de la ONTT de Túnez a Fitur 2015, a esta mesa redonda organizada por Casa Árabe y la Organización Mundial del Turismo. Y vamos a pasar al inglés. So my first question would be if you could give us a brief summary of how is Tunisian tourism behaving.
Thank you for the invitation. Okay, as far as 2014 has evolved, we ended up with a -3%, so a little drop. However, if you take into consideration the overall conjuncture, the fluctuation, the turbulences, both endogenous factors and externals, I would consider as this performance quite decent. However, we have better perspective as far as 2015 is concerned.
And what are the main strategies you will implement for this hoped growth?
Okay, well, the growth will not be obviously evenly distributed according to the source markets, because although in 2014, as I told you at the end, all over the year, we had a little drop, it's also good to know that some of the countries of the source markets register some substantial growth, up to 40% to some of them. So, you know, it's a case-to-case kind of behavior. For the strategy 2015, we're already implementing a strategy. We have actually a vision of developing our tourist industry in a much larger scope, not only for the traditional source market, but also looking at further long-haul markets like Brazil, like China, as just examples, which both are in the pipe and for which we are having a special focus for the upcoming years, the 2015-2016. Currently, we are focusing obviously on the most traditional market, which is Europe, but also Algeria, which is a next door and a very important market to us. So the strategy basically is concentrating on three major axes of development. One is the diversification of the tourist offer. So we try to bring about more added value projects, more added value kind of products, like the cultural product, like the thalassotherapy, like the ecotourism, the mice could be substantially redeveloped, because the drop was basically after the 2011 to 2014 years. And so these are just as examples. And the point is that they've got to be more innovative, original and brand new, and much more responding to the expectations of some niche kind of clients. That's on the one hand. The second is the training and the quality. So there's going to be, and we started already, we are into the action really, and not just studying or reflecting upon the matters. So under process are some structural projects and some what we call quick wins projects to have the better possible training to establish a better adequacy between the employment in the tourist sector and the kind of training that we are offering in our 8 centers, because we have 8 centers and institutes in Tunisia that we are running, we are responsible of. And the third one is rebranding Tunisia. We are trying to reposition the destination, so because we noticed that the image was not at its highest, as its best, and I think that Tunisia deserves a lot more. So it's all about communication, means of communication, content, branding. Is also telling stories, is also branding via the content, the stories, the authenticity of the people, and it is all these elements that we will try to, you know, sell, market, because they are the essence of the people actually. And as every country actually in the Mediterranean area could offer resorts, kind of tourism which we have and is essential, I think the best is to be distinguished by the specificity, by its own culture. So the idea is to stem from the peoples, the energies, the success stories, all these men and women which managed to come up with a startup democracy today. All these energies, news have to be selling Tunisia in a different way. So with different strength, with different assets, not only that stem or which derive from the hospitality and tourist industry as such, but also in a more broader scope. And obviously this is based on the modernization of the sector, without which no development is obviously possible. So restructuring the entities, facilitating, procedures, rules, being more proactive in terms, obviously, of investment, go to the people, identify the poles of attractions, and have then the stakeholders be on the spot and see by themselves how relevant it is to invest.
And finally, given that we are in Spain and that Spain has also decided to increase its incentives for its companies and businesses to internationalize and to find new markets as well, given the know-how that Spain has in tourism, do you see, and actually where do you see, if you see any lines of cooperation between Spain and Tunisia?
Obviously, Spain is a great outbound and inbound market, and we always try to get inspired from the best experiences, and that's why Benchmark is for. And just to give you an example, we cooperated in many respects, obviously, with Spain, not only in the tourist sector. You probably know that we have some brand of hotel chains in our country, but that's not just that. But we are inspired from the way Spain is evolving, is doing amazingly well worldwide. So we try to learn from the experience, from the expertise of Spain as an outbound country, to adjust it to our reality and learn from them. So I take the example of the quality of service. I know that there's been recently a benchmark on how precisely quality of service was guaranteed in Spain in all its industry all over the country, to implement it as much as possible and get inspired from it and try to adjust it to our own prospect of a new quality of label for the Tunisian tourism, which is underway and which is in cooperation with the European Union.
Thank you very much for your time, and good luck with your plans.
Thank you.
Thank you.